Pharaohs, gods, or rulers. The shocking truth: ancient Egypt tried to hide. We are told the pharaohs were kings, powerful, yes, but still human. Yet their monuments whisper something far stranger. Temples aligned with the stars. Tombs sealed with rituals meant not for burial, but for transformation. And in the deepest chambers, inscriptions that don't describe a ruler, but a being becoming divine. So which is it? Were the pharaohs simply men with crowns or something far more unsettling? Mainstream history is clear. Pharaohs were political leaders, seen as intermediaries between gods and people. Mortals elevated through belief. But there was a problem with this theory. The Egyptians themselves didn't write about pharaohs as symbolic figures. They described them as literal gods on earth. Not metaphor, not poetry, reality. Historians dismissed this as religious exaggeration until certain discoveries made that explanation harder to defend. First, the pyramid texts. Carved deep inside ancient pyramids, they are among the oldest religious writings on earth. But they don't read like prayers. They read like instructions. Step-by-step guides for the pharaoh to ascend to the heavens, to join or become the gods. This wasn't faith, it was a process. But the strangest part was still ahead. Then, the statues. Massive, emotionless, eerily precise. Faces not idealized, but standardized, as if carved to represent something consistent, something beyond individuality. Some researchers noticed proportions that don't match natural human anatomy. Subtle, but deliberate. Were these really portraits of men or representations of something they believed they became? And still, the mystery deepened. Finally, the Temple of Karnak. Reliefs depict pharaohs receiving energy, yes, energy from the gods, streams of life force flowing into their bodies. Not symbolic blessings, but physical transfers. Almost like a transformation ritual. For decades, this was brushed aside as mythological art, until parallels began appearing in other ancient cultures. And then, it could no longer be ignored. So why was this perspective buried? Because it challenges everything. If pharaohs were seen and treated as literal gods, then ancient Egypt wasn't just a civilization. It was a system built around something we no longer understand. Conquerors burned texts. Time eroded meaning. And modern scholars, bound by logic, reshaped the past into something safer, something explainable. But the stones remain, silent, unyielding, suggesting a truth that refuses to disappear. So what were the pharaohs really? Masters of illusion? Or something that blurred the line between human and divine? And if they were more than rulers, what else in history has been quietly rewritten? If you feel that history still holds secrets buried beneath centuries of silence, subscribe and step deeper into the mystery.